What's up, everybody? It's Kelly Brown, and today we're going to make a video that's going to be a little bit different from what I normally make. I don't have any direct information today. I just wanted to kind of chit chat a little bit and just record this for you so that you kind of know what my mindset was like when I was getting ready to compete for my shows and when I really was in my prime years of my body. You know, not on this comeback journey and all that stuff, but when I was really getting it, you feel me? When I was putting on that size and really staying in there, trying to become a beast. The first thing is, I was in a very dark place. Not like, not like in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't living in no dungeon or nothing like that, but I was in a place mentally where I didn't really have a solid direction on what was next. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really know what to do next. When I first started working out, this was like in 2010. I had ended up getting, I just happened to get a job at LA Fitness. And when I was in there, I was seeing everybody working out, and I was like, I want to be able to sell this personal training program because I was selling personal training. So I want to be able to sell personal training, and I wanted to at least look like something. You feel me? So as I started working out, I was like, well, what's the fastest way for me to build some muscle? Okay, let me start asking these trainers and seeing if they could put me on. So they did. They started working with me, got me to looking decent, and was telling me like, yo, you look pretty good for your body to have come from nothing, or they was letting me know how strong I was. And so, I didn't think nothing about genetics and all this other stuff. I just was like, okay, cool. Hopefully I can make some more sales now. Boom. Right? So fast forward after that, I started really getting into liking exercise because I had been selling it and taking people on workout sessions and doing all this other stuff, but I wasn't like, recording it, and I wasn't being a personal trainer. I was just the person who was selling the training. So I could take you on a demo exercise and then send you off. But I was still having fun working out by myself, on my own time. Anyway, fast forward past that, I switched over into the personal training side of things. And with the personal training side, I really didn't like it. Like it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a person that needs to be training somebody all day long because I got a very short patience with adults. Like with kids, I can take my time, or kids are kids. But with adults though, I like stuff to be done fast. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to give you the formula, and once I give you the formula, like you know exactly what to do. Like don't ask me no more. So that's the thing where I think I was kind of short-tempered with that, and I ran into a situation where even when I started getting better at it and growing more in popularity with training, I was noticing that the people who I was personal training one-on-one, they were limiting me because I wasn't going to be able to expand with my resume of the people that I had, because people that I had weren't making the progress that I would like to have displayed to the rest of the world, to show them like, hey, this is what I'm doing with my clients. Now let me sell you an online program so that you can get the same results they're getting. Because in my mind, I was seeing these people and I didn't necessarily like the results they were getting. But it wasn't that my training style was bad. It was because the particular people I had weren't disciplined and in the mindset enough to really understand what it takes to get to that next level. They were more like just in it for health versus being in it to really get to a goal, So once I realized that I didn't want to keep on, putting my energy on and putting all my focus and training other people, I said, let me just get back into training myself or whatever. And that's when I started transitioning from training and I got into competitive bodybuilding. And when I was getting into that competitive bodybuilding, so with me, my whole goal in life is to have, like, to be a complete man. I want to have my three things, like my mind right, I want to have my body right, and my money right. Once those three, once I get those three, like stones for my Thanos, my stone with my rings, then I'm gonna feel like, okay, can't nobody tell me nothing. You feel me? So what was happening during the time when I started getting into training, I'm training for myself and getting ready for competitions, I really was in a grim place because my money was not right at all. You know what I'm saying? Like my money was very funny. It was very fickle. Like I had some money sometimes and another day I was broke. So with that being the case, and here's the thing, I was mad at myself because I'm like, man, I'm so smart. how come I just can't figure this out? You know what I'm saying? Like, how come I just can't get my money together? Like it doesn't make sense. And what was happening was things would come my way, you know what I mean? And it wouldn't feel authentic to me. And I would be like, nah, that's, I can't even see the opportunity in that. Because yeah, it might be the numbers that make sense, but I'm gonna have to invest learning a whole new process into something that's just gonna create somebody else, some money, and I'm gonna be highly valuable in their company. And yeah, I'm gonna get some money, but I'm gonna be unfulfilled within myself because it's not my own. I just came from training people on my own, which was, yeah, I like having that hand-to-hand cash because I was making my own schedule, I was making my own money. So trying to learn something new to go into somebody else's schedule was not gonna be ideal for me. So I was turning down a lot of stuff, but I knew that I wanted to figure out something on an entrepreneurial journey so I could continue where I had just come from, because I still was, able to maintain, living with personal training on my own. You know what I mean? Like, so it wasn't like I was like not living in high crazy debt. I was in some debt, but it wasn't like I just couldn't expand. You feel what I'm saying? I couldn't grow from there. So it was time to grow. It wasn't time to stay in the same position for another year. You feel me? So anyway, with the training, with training for myself and getting ready for the competitions, I was like, man, this is getting tough. I started getting into like selling life insurance and just trying to do different things that would bring something in to kind of give me some peace. And bodybuilding actually turned into like a distraction from me, from the real world. You know what I mean? Like, my relationship wasn't where I wanted it to be. Like, she and I was on the fritz, you know what I'm saying, all the time. And so I just used bodybuilding as a distraction. It was so that I didn't do anything else toxic. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I wouldn't have been going into the gym like that and really been putting my head down and just focusing on those hours when I was there in the gym and, listening to podcasts and trying to learn self-development stuff and, being in there just listening to the music that I like trying to escape from reality. That's how I was feeling when I was going to the gym. And when I was in there, I just gave it my all. Like, I just really went hard on details and trying to become even better. And I used to tell myself, yo, if I can accomplish it, if I can conquer my body in the gym, I should be able to later on conquer my finances, and then later on conquer my mentality, and then later on conquer this. Like, I should be able to conquer anything once I know I can achieve, a goal somewhere. Essentially that's what happened. And that's what happened. I just, I made that statement to myself to really see how far I could go. And when I did that, my body, respected it, because it taught me a couple things, right? It taught me, for one, discipline. And so I had to be on a schedule, like be up at a certain time, be somewhere at a certain time. And even if I wasn't able to make, I'm bad with being on time and stuff. So even though I wasn't able to make it with being on time to the gym or meeting it, getting there at a certain time and then getting on a better schedule, I'll still get it done. Like, for me, done is better than perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't stress out about like semantics. Like, oh, I wasn't there at 7 a.m. so now my whole day is thrown off and all that stuff. Like, my day is mix and match, and where I can fit stuff in, I'm gonna fit it in, but I'm gonna get it done before I go to bed. You see what I'm saying? So, so sometimes I could work out in the morning, sometimes I work out at night, sometimes even with my meals now, like, I don't be mad if I miss a breakfast. Like, oh, I missed my breakfast now, I'm gonna be all thrown off for lunch, dinner, and my snacks and all this other stuff. No. Like, I look at it like this: calories. Like, okay, I missed those calories. I just had to put them back in at some point in the day. So maybe I'm gonna be eating a late breakfast today. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. But it taught me to get more control with my schedule and to really appreciate what I was doing and to be able to just look in and see, like, and prioritize on what was important in life. It also taught me to really, like, learn myself and to learn myself unconditionally, like things that I do like, things that I don't like, and I used to test the people around me and listen to their responses to see, of which areas that I could develop in better as a person, or which paths I want to travel if I were to continue with certain types of, certain types of friendships, certain types of businesses. Like, I wanted to really just start digging into people's thoughts and really learning like what's going on around me. And I think a lot of that has to do with when you start eating real clean like that, you get another level of consciousness. You know, like when you're dining for a show, or if you're just dieting and you're really taking out, you know, all like refined sugars and, you know, like junk food, and you're eating on a schedule and you're doing your cardio and you're really on the exercising zone, you get this like and especially when you're real low carbs, you get into this mindset that's like bing, mental clarity on everything. Like everything is making sense now, you know? And you're real short tempered and real like irritable, because if you don't have sugars and you don't have carbs, and you like if anybody says anything to you, like, you know, you'll get irritated, like, oh wow, you should know better, you should this, you should, you know. But realistically, you know, you don't have to respond like that, but you start to vocalize your thoughts. And yeah, you might hurt somebody's feelings because you're saying that because you're on low carbs and now you're, you know, you're mean or whatever the case is. But realistically, that's what you were really thinking. And so now that you're able to see, like, oh, these are my real thoughts, you know, and you can put them together like a puzzle, then it's like, okay, you know, do I want to be inside of an environment like this where I even have to think this way, but I can't say anything because I know it will sound mean and all that stuff. But, you know, that's what it does for you. It takes you to a level of mental clarity. And, you know, for getting in shape, yes, I had different programs and stuff like that, but you have to almost treat working out like a Rubik's Cube. Like you have to mix and match and figure out what the best workout plan is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to really figure out what gets you sore and do that and try to keep on replicating that process of, oh, okay, I got sore from this. Oh, okay, I got sore from that. Like, let me do this again. Let me do this again. Next week I'm gonna do this, you know, and oh, that didn't work for me. And then you'll get to the point where some days you can't even work out with certain friends because you know that if they run the workout, their workout is gonna be trash for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even do his workout this day because I know if I go in there, he gonna do some BS and we're gonna have fun and X, Y, and Z. But you get to this point where it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? And what I've realized now is that yeah, I was in a dark place that made me get in there, but so much clarity came out of that. You know what I'm saying? So much clarity came out of that. I would encourage anybody to try to conquer something, right? Like try to conquer a goal of yours and just to see how that feels. And if you can conquer a goal, you'll be able to conquer goals in other areas of your life. You feel me? And I think that's something I'm going through right now where I'm trying to conquer my finances now. And once I really conquer that, I'm going to feel a lot better. You know, I'll feel more comfortable as a person, you know, and I'll be able to give more back because now, okay, I feel more complete. I don't have to, you know, do something or not make a video because I need to spend my time doing this instead, or I need to be over here. I'm supposed to be doing this and I'm behind on these things. So I can really start buckling down and making stuff happen once I feel like I'm complete. And the last thing is, if you don't know, like the place I was in my life is where I didn't know what was next anyway, right? I didn't know what to do. And I was like, I just got to figure something out because I keep on turning all this stuff down, but I don't know what's next though. Like, what am I supposed to do anyway? I'm just keep turning stuff down until I figure something out, right? And so the thing that makes me different from my peers and some of my other friends is that, yes, I'm not the smartest. Like, I'm not like no genius dude, you know? Like, I can figure some stuff out for somebody else, but when it comes to figuring something out for myself, it gets complicated, right? So, because I need to be fulfilled as well. It's not just about figuring it out. It's like, okay, is it fulfilling? Is it authentic to me? Am I going to be able to live like this forever? Am I going to be able to maintain this? Is it sustainable? Not just, is it a quick fix? Is it a right now thing? If I just wanted a quick fix or a right now, I would have gotten on steroids and became an IFBB pro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I would have shot for men's physique, shot for classic physique. It would have made a difference, you know? But I realized that life that they went down, once I did some interviews on other pros and saw like what their end goal was and what it was that they wanted in life, and I was like, that don't make sense for me. You know, it didn't add up for me. So, okay, now I got to start from scratch and follow another process. Okay, what makes more sense for me? But you have to do something though, and you got to just try stuff. You got to just keep on doing stuff to see what works, and then eventually you'll figure out a process, and it's gonna come to you like a one of those aha moments where it's like, okay, now I get it, and it's gonna take a while. Or for you might be sharper than I am, and it might come to you quickly, or you might already know what your goals are. And normally, if you're already young and you're still in your mindset before life really hits you, because life is going to hit you once you get into your late 20s, early 30s and stuff like that, mid to late 20s. Like, life will start smacking you around. But if you got that mindset before life started smacking you around, whatever it is that you want to do with your life, you probably should do that, because what's going to happen is you're not going to do it, and then a couple years later, life is going to go, through you, and then you're going to circle back around to doing that same thing anyway, and you're going to be really just getting started later because you allowed too many distractions. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with me, I realized that, okay, I'm doing the exact thing that I've been wanting to do all this time, and it was right in front of my face. Stuff comes around full circle, man. But hey, I hope y'all learned something today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to put something together for you that just felt a little more natural versus, getting into, okay, this is how you do this, and today we doing this, and learn this today. Because I really am more than that, you feel me? Like, it's just not trying to put together workout videos. But anyway, subscribe to my channel. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate everybody for following me, man. I really do. I really do appreciate y'all. And hopefully one day I end up, being great and getting 1 million followers and stuff. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.